Well, hello again, YouTube. This is Atlanta to Dallas Aviation with unboxing number 34. And of course, as you know, since I'm low tech, my unboxing means that the models are already out of their boxes because I only have 30 minutes to do this video without having to splice and dice and put many tapes together, which my hardware and software is not all that cooperative. So I always trying to get these videos done in 30 minutes or less. So the models are already out of the box. One of the models needed to come out of the box because I actually had to fix it first. It had the starboard engine and one of its antenna was loose. The good thing is it evidently did not create any paint chips, so everything was clean, so I was able to glue those back into position before unveiling it, but I'll let you know which one that was. And today's all Gemini Jets unboxing, and we kind of have a Delta sandwich, if you will, going on for today's unboxing. Alright, so before I get started, I'd just like to remind you, if you enjoy this video or any of my videos, please consider leaving a like on any one of those videos. And if you like multiple videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, I love reading your comments, especially if you're either educating me on something I got wrong, or maybe I'm even asking you to educate me. Or if you want to show me your opinion on one of the models that I present and tell me why it's bad or good or indifferent, I'd love to read your comments. So with all that said, we are going to get started. Like I said, it's a Delta sandwich today. So we start with a Delta and we end with a Delta. So first of all, today we are going to look at this Gemini Jets, Delta Airlines Airbus A320. Its registration number is November 376 November Whiskey, and Gemini Jets item number there is Golf Juliet Delta Alpha Lima 20904, and it's just the usual box, but I'll do this because this is the one thing that's kind of unique to Gemini Jets. They give you a little bit of information there, so you can stop and read that if you're even able to read it. Anyway, so without further ado, we will bring that one into frame here, put it on the turntable before I turn it on, and also kind of get my camera fixed on it here. Alrighty. Alright, let's see if I can get it on the slow turn, similar to how I finally got it to do in the last video. Okay, why are you not turning on? Oh, there we go. Alright. Well, Not sure what's going on there. This should be turning much slower than this. Okay, that was a little bit slower. That's better. Let's back him up a little bit so I can get a better angle. Alright, so while he is spinning for you to take a look at, I'll give you some extra information on this aircraft. So this aircraft that this model is based on was delivered to Delta Airlines on the 15th of March 2009, but it was originally delivered to Northwest on the 11th of July of 2002. Based on first flight, it is approximately 21.7 years old, and it is currently active. It is powered by two CFM 56-5A3s, and the seating configuration is 16 domestic first class, aka business class, 18 premium economy, and 123 regular economy. Get him to where we can do a close up here. Well, not much closer than it already is, but alright, so this one's a little interesting. It looks like on the camera there's a little bit of the tilt forward, but when I'm actually looking at the model and not through the camera, that tilt does not really appear to be there. So that could be better. But I think the detail on the landing gear, both the mains and the nose gear here, is pretty good actually. And Gemini Jets did a really good job, I think, here getting the placement of the cockpit windows. We have the SkyTeam logo here in front of the L1 door, and then I just cannot remember what this gobbledygook is on the other side of the L1 door. It's like little, I'm not sure, advertisements or something. But anyway, so then you move to the Delta widget with the Delta titles there. Nothing really else to point out there. Moving back a little bit, we have the port side CFM 56 engine. Sorry, it looks kind of funny on camera because on the other side, that's the bottom side reflection of the starboard engine. This is the aircraft I had to fix. So I had to fix this antenna here. It was loose, and hopefully I did a good job there. These are really, really hard to fix, especially if you're as shaky as I am. It's really hard to fix those. So hopefully I got that in there good. But I had to glue on the starboard engine, so over on this side I had to fix that, but I think I did a pretty good job there. And this is a fence tip. Gemini Jets did a good job of putting the window line where it belongs. Now, I didn't really notice that on the NG models, or at least not the unit that I got. But supposedly NG models had a few quality control issues with the passenger window line on their release. But I got another one because this one's registration is different than the one that NG released. So now that I have two of these, when I went from 0 to 2 of these, like within 2 months, I have all the A320s for Delta that I want. So I will not be purchasing any more of those, I guess, unless I break them. So you got our American flag here, you've got our registration, November 376 November Whiskey, the L2 door, and then the onward and upward widget livery on the tail. So that will do it for our first model. Hope you enjoyed that. So as we angle away from that and pull it off the turntable, we will now move on to our next one. And the next one, really nice one too. The Porter Airlines Embraer E195-E2. So my first E2 and my first Porter. I really would like to have a -8, but whenever they put that out, I just, for whatever reason, I passed on it. So if I ever see another Porter -8, I will be acquiring that. Again, this is Gemini Jets. Here's the inside flap if you want to pause and read those. However, the registration on this aircraft is Charlie-Golf Kilo Quebec Lima. All right. And then the Gemini Jets item number is Golf Juliet Papa Oscar Echo 21908. So there's that, just the standard Gemini Jets box, so we won't spend much time on that. And we will pull in the Porter E195-E2. Alright, hopefully I got a good spot for that. Let's get this bad boy started. Let's see if I can get it on the very slow turn. I really would like it to be really slow. But I like having my turntable now because it's very hard. The seating position I'm in already is strenuous without having to reach over and turn the box with the with the model on top of it. So, and you know what? He is not very focused. I hope that focused it a little bit more. I think it's trying to focus on the stuff that's in the background, and it's annoying the crap out of me. Alright. Alright, I think that looks good. Alright, so our usual little blurb about this model's actual aircraft. So the actual aircraft was delivered to Porter on the 30th of December of 2022. It is approximately 1.1 years old, and it is active. It is powered by two Pratt & Whitney PW 1900Gs, so geared turbofans, but I believe of a generation that is past all the main problems that the Pratt & Whitney geared turbofan engines have been having. So hopefully Porter won't have to deal with that. And the seating configuration for this aircraft is 132 economy seats. So sounds like they're trying to copy old Southwest with all the all econ seating. All right. So I don't know if you've really noticed, however, the wingtips for the E2 are they look a little more normal, if you will, than on the previous generation of E-jets. They don't have any like winglets or whatever they call their winglets. All right. So let's get this. All right. So kind of a head-on view there before I shift it. Now I haven't really looked at any pictures, so I can't really comment on how good a job Gemini Jets did with this mold. As far as I can tell from other people who actually do in-depth analysis of these, it sounds like they are very pleased with this one as opposed to Gemini Jet's attempt at the 767-400, for example. So let's get a little bit closer here now. That's probably as close as I'm going to get without it blurring. So, alright, so some nice interesting things here. I think right here, right below the cockpit line, I think that says Embraer, and then it says Porter. I'm not sure what this little dot here next to Porter is. But here we have the E1, good grief, the L1 boarding door. We got Porter written below the passenger window line, and we got some very nice antenna and stuff. So they did a really nice job with these antennas. So we got this kind of a L-shaped antenna here. Moving back a little bit. Here is our port side geared turbofan, Pratt & Whitney geared turbofan engine here. We have our overwing exits there. We have a SATCOM box here, and we got another L-shaped antenna here, right there, as well as another tiny one here before we get to the vertical stabilizer. The L2 door, and then the registration of the aircraft along with the Canadian flag. Not sure how close to the tail I can get. I want to get a little bit closer. So there's the design on the tail. So a dark blue background with about 3 different colors of Porter written out. So a white, kind of a powder blue, and I don't know what you would call that color in between the powder blue and the white, but so there's 3 of those. Very nicely done. I think it looks pretty darn good. The engines don't appear to be too oversized. I think I heard someone else say that they were actually surprised that they weren't bigger. So I don't know. So anyway, so that's enough time spent on our Porter. All right, so we'll take that out. And we're going to have to move it along here pretty fast. So our next one is actually a 200 model. So a 1/200 scale model from the same set of releases, which I believe was December. And here it is. It's the Delta Airlines, operated by SkyWest USA. Embraer E175 of the E1 type with their enhanced winglets, and the registration for this aircraft is November 274 Sierra Yankee, and our there we go, item number Golf 2 Delta Alpha Lima 1025. I don't know why I'm reading so slowly today. But anyway, the box isn't anything particularly special other than the usual very narrow body, small aircraft type box with the new magnetic seal rather than the button snap. So that's pretty neat. All right, let's bring this bad boy in here. All right. Alright, so let's get him going, shall we? Let's see if I can get him going slow here for you. I don't want to spend too much time. Okay, that should be the slowest speed there. Alright. So my additional information for you on this model. Again, this is a 200 scale. It's Delta Airlines, operated by SkyWest USA. It is evidently what they're going by nowadays. It was delivered to SkyWest on the 28th of June in 2018. It's approximately 5.6 years old based on first flight, and it is currently active. It is powered by 2 General Electric CF34-8Es, and its seating configuration is 12 business class, 20 premium economy, and 38 regular economy. All right. So let's take our close-up look here. Got it stopped on the tail end there, but we will turn it around so you can get a close look at the port side. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer because I want the stuff in the background not to be showing up on camera. Alright, that's looking pretty good, I think. Alright, so just real quickly, the operated by SkyWest is right here. We got our SkyTeam logo right there, very small. The L1 door right above the nose gear, and then the widget and Delta up here, but then connection written really small just below the window line. Here's our port side CF34 engine, and some antenna up here, our 3D beacon light there. And as you can see, we have our enhanced winglet. And then back here we have our American flag, the registration number, the L2 door, and our onward and upward widget livery on the tail. And then I can't remember, I don't think the connection planes have anything on the bottom. No, they do not. However, being a 200 scale model, there's some very interesting and nice details printed on the bottom there. Gemini Jet's logo and that kind of long antenna there in the back. So that's pretty neat. And one thing I failed to show you on the Porter, we're done with that one. I'll show you on the Porter real quick since I got a little bit of time. So the Porter also has Porter written on the bottom there. And a little bit messed up the R there because that's where the stand hole is, but there's some nice printed detail on the bottom of that Porter, including on the bottom of the engines down here. That's really nice. So I highly recommend this Porter one. It is really nice, and I also have the KLM City line or City Flyer, I can't remember what it's called, but KLM E195 on order, so that'll be nice. That'll be my second E195-E2, and we'll of course be showing that when I get that package. Anyway, so that does it for the video today. And I hope you really enjoyed it. Please consider a like, consider subscribing, and leave comments. And until the next video, happy collecting.